And welcome to another edition of the Buzz Around Texoma video podcast. Of course, this all brought to you by The Point Restaurant out there at Grandpappy Point Resort and Marina on Lake Texoma. If you couldn't tell, behind us, we got thousands of The Point Restaurant logos. So we'd like to thank those people over there for bringing you this episode of the Buzz Around Texoma. We got Shannon with Red River 4 going to be joining us coming up here in just a moment. But right now, we got Matthew over at the theater department in Denison. Matthew, how are you?
Doing wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much for being on the podcast today.
Thank you, guys.
I know you are right smack dab in the middle of theater season.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you got a lot of stuff going on. I know you in particular want to talk about The Wizard of Oz, which y'all are doing right now, but kind of tell me a little bit how the school year's going. So, you know, we're getting into November and December now, getting into the holidays, and so I imagine y'all are just fast and furious over there.
Yeah, we're always busy. I feel like we always have something going on.
Yeah.
So we started the year with a smaller black box show. We just finished that up a couple of weeks ago. Great success. We actually produced that for most of our English classes. They got to come watch kind of a story that they study in class. So we were able to produce it for them, and the community got to come for a few nights. But ever since then, we've been knee deep in Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
So we've got that coming up this next week. We're going to start on Thursday, and then we do a Saturday, Sunday, and Monday run as well.
Okay, so like the public able to come out? And
Absolutely. So we do invite elementaries in the local area that come watch. They're going to be coming Wednesday through Friday. But for the public, we're going to open on Thursday at 7 o'clock, Saturday at 2 and 7, and then we have Sunday at 2, Monday at 7.
So what is the thought process of, do y'all like each year just kind of get around and like, a conference table and go, this is what we want to do for our big play this year, or how do y'all kind of sketch that out?
I mean, especially being in a school situation, you have to center it around the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And so we always focus on our students. What are they going to be successful with? What is the public going to respond to?
Yeah.
And then we kind of go from there. And usually we're able to come up with 2 or 3 scripts that we can kind of pick from. We find our favorite, and then we get to audition that.
So do you ever let the kids pick?
Sometimes we...
That may be dangerous too.
No, yeah. Sometimes we open it up, and I did this actually 2 years ago, and I kind of just sent out a survey, and I said, give me your top 3 shows that you think would be appropriate for us to do, and I made them do some research first, so they weren't just picking blind shows, because then we would have gotten some fun.
Yeah.
But they picked stuff that was close to what they thought we could accomplish, and honestly, we ended up picking one of those shows.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yes.
This is great. All right, so I know you threw out a lot of times and dates for The Wizard of Oz. Is there a place to where like people can go, like a website, Facebook page, or anything like that to get more info on it?
We do have a Facebook page. It's Denison High School Theatre.
Mm-hmm.
And then we do have some information up on the school website as well. There is the school Facebook pages that we have for high school, DISD. They all have that information posted there. It is tickets at the door, so you don't have to buy anything in advance. And it is first come, first serve. So if we sell out, we sell out, and I hope we do.
Yeah, that'd be great. So how do you feel like the actual play itself is going?
Yeah, it's always a busy process. So we actually start this show earlier on in August because it's part of our musical theater class. And the class meets every other day for an hour and a half. So we get about an hour of rehearsal every other day with the students, and they come in and slowly work on the process all the way through. These last 2 weeks, though, we are in after-school rehearsals, tying all the loose ends together and making the show happen.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so you got Wizard of Oz, which you're going to be doing. What do you plan on doing at the end of the year? Like, I know you got, Christmas coming up. You do anything with Christmas, and probably one act play pretty soon too.
We do, yeah. So right after we finish the musical, we'll be moving into what is called Texas Thespian Festival. It is a nationally recognized institution.
Oh, that's cool.
And the state of Texas puts this on in Grapevine and down in San Antonio and Corpus Christi as well. We're going to the Grapevine one because it's pretty close to us. So there will be about 10,000 theater students from across the state, as well as 2,000 educators across the state that come and meet together and have about 4 days of theater fun.
So do y'all get to do the Wizard of Oz there, or do y'all just, how's that
You
work?
can take shows there, yes.
Okay.
You have to submit your show ahead of time, and it has to be done by a certain date. And so ours being so close, we're not at that deadline. So we have taken shows before to the state festival.
So do you take
them there?
do you take your kids down there just to watch like what all is happening at the festival?
The biggest thing is the educational aspect. They get to go to a lot of little seminars and lessons where they learn anything from technical theater to acting, singing, dance, publicity, the whole 9 yards. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. And one thing I wanted to, because I'm all about this whole creative stuff with theater and music and all of that. So, in your opinion, though, like what sets theater apart from anything else when it comes to, and I know we can be here for an hour talking about that.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, what most people don't understand is how much it takes to put on a theater production. A lot of people are like, oh, they're just up there on stage having fun. Well, of course we're having fun. But it takes a lot of work and a lot of elements that come together that are different. You have set building, you have costuming, you have hair makeup, you have publicity, you have sound if it's a musical with microphones.
Probably some technical aspects of it.
Yeah,
too.
and then if you do the acting side, you've got singing, dance, choreography, blocking, staging. And so all of those things are taught separately usually. And then you have to learn how to pull all that together. What we love about that as teachers is most of those skills become transferable into other things that they can do, because most students aren't going to necessarily pursue a acting career or a theater career, but they can use the elements that they learn in our classes and incorporate that into their future.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today and telling us about your theater department and then also Wizard of Oz. So one more time, let's go over the dates and the times.
Absolutely. So we have next Thursday at 7 o'clock, and then we have Saturday at 2 and 7. I also forgot to mention we have a pre-show on Saturday event at 6 o'clock. You do have to sign up for that ahead of time. It is a little tea party where you get to meet and greet with the characters. Nice. So that one's a lot of fun. So sign up for that. And then Sunday at 2 o'clock, Monday at 7 o'clock will be our final show. Tickets are sold at the door. They are $5 for students and $10 for adults.
Awesome. Well, thank you, sir, for coming in, and make sure y'all get out there and see Wizard of Oz in the Denison High School Theater Department. All right, we got Shannon with Red River Ford coming up in just a moment, but right now, let's hear a word from our sponsor. And welcome back to the Buzz Around Texoma video podcast. Once again, thank you so much to the Point Restaurant out there at Grandpappy Point Resort and Marina on Lake Texoma. Grandpappy, just an awesome place out there, and glad that it's right here in our backyard. Now, our next guest, we got Shannon over at Red River Ford. Shannon, how are you?
I'm good today. Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Well, thank you for being here. And right off the bat, man, I got to ask you about this mustache here. Okay. Wait, sorry. I must ask you about the mustache. All right. So how long have you been growing this bad boy?
That's been about a year in the works, and it's an everyday process. I promise you. Yeah.
Okay. I know you want to talk about y'all's food drive, but tell me a little bit about the process here, because as you can see, I have no hair to keep up with.
So the process for a mustache like this to do this is more than it takes to shower, more than it takes to wash your hair, more than it takes to
It's a hassle.
get dressed. So you just put a little balm on it, and and it just happens. And sometimes I have bad mustache days, but
Yeah.
for the most part, I just put more stuff on it.
I don't know, man. That's pretty cool looking. I'm pretty envious of that. Well, we won't talk about the mustache the entire time. I know you got a food drive coming up over at Red River Ford. So tell our viewers a little bit about what's going on. You're teaming up with the United Way, right?
Yep. Every year we team up with the United Way. And it's actually called the Red River Ford United Way Food Drive. And so far, this is our 18th year. So over the past 17 years, we've raised 469,000 pounds of food and $190,000 that go to our local food bank. So right here in Bryan County. So it's a pretty big. It's great. It's a fantastic cause.
Well, you know, sometimes when you're making a donation to something, it doesn't stay here locally.
That's right.
But the cool thing about what y'all got going on is this is going to be staying right here in the Bryan County area.
Yeah, we're pretty proud of that. We're pretty proud of that. The food banks that pretty much all the food banks around, but like Hands of Hope, Feeding Hope, Calera Food Bank, the Red River Ford Pantry, and Cartwright Community Center and Albany Community Center. So it's not just right here; it's like Bryan County. So it's we circulate that out. So it's pretty cool.
So you're spreading the love around in Bryan County in Southern Oklahoma when it comes to this food drive. So when do you kick this thing off and when does it end?
That's a good question. It's starting right now.
Okay.
So it's starting right now and it's going through Friday, November 21st. It's just in time for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and it just helps out a lot of families. You know, the food banks they're in a lot of need right now. They always are. I mean, but more and more during the holiday season, for sure, that they need more stuff for the holiday season.
Yeah, it seems like the holiday season, a lot of those non-perishable food items, what people are using to cook and anything like that. Of course, you can use that throughout the year, but it's a main focus this time of year. So, okay, so how can they drop some stuff off to you guys?
Well, you could drop off items at Red River Ford, of course. Hey,
that's where you're at.
Yeah,
and the mustache.
Come see my mustache. We'll get your food, maybe a picture with you, and
there you go.
Or any of our local partners, volunteers to host a food drive. If you want to volunteer, then get a hold of me at Red River Ford. Just give me a call over at Red River Ford, and I can get you a box out there with some posters and stuff, and then once it's done, you just give me a call. We'll come by and pick it up. So you could just we love way more sponsors than we have. We do have a lot of great sponsors, like Durant Schools. So you can go to Durant Schools, any of the schools, and drop off your food donations. Let's see here. We got Kiamichi Technology Center. That you can drop you off your food there. Calera High School, CMC, Commercial Metal Companies, Cardinal Glass, huge sponsors these are. They help us every year and do a great job. Cherokee Communications, you can drop your food off there. First United Bank, you can drop your food off there. Southeastern Oklahoma State University, and there's so many others, but those are just a few of the high marks there. But you can also make a checkout or cash or
something monetary
donation. That's what I'm looking for. And you want to designate the food drive for your memo and your check to the Bryan County or the United Way of Bryan County. United Way of Bryan County. That's where you make your check out to. So
awesome. All right, so if anybody needs some more information about this food drive that y'all are doing, is there a place that they can go to? Can they just give you a shout over at Red River Ford, or?
Yeah, I would say the best way to do it is just call me at Red River Ford at 580-924-9458. You're gonna press sales. That's number 2, I believe. There's an automated system. Everybody
phone tree, yeah.
Yeah, there's a phone tree. And usually me, myself, or Billy, he's the other sales manager, we answer the phones for sales. So you call it there, boom, I get you hooked up and lead the way.
Now, can they press 2 for sales and say, I want to talk to the mustache?
Yes.
Okay. and they'll know. And they'll know.
It wouldn't be the first time I smiled.
Okay. It would be funny. It would be funny to call the front desk and be like, I need to talk to the mustache.
Yes,
they. All right, we'll get you to Shannon. Like,
folks call me Doc, and folks call me different things.
Doc.
Like, is Doc there? And and I get Peaky Blinders, different things.
there we go.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, everybody knows.
That's great.
But also, I'll let you know that, which is pretty cool. Every year we've done this. For every car that we sell during the month of November, which come and see us, we have great deals. I got to punch that in there. Great deals, great interest rates. Interest rates are coming down and stuff. But we donate $100 per car that we sell during the month of November to go to the food drive. So we sell 50 cars, whenever, So we're also we're donating, we're getting in there too, and putting our money where our mouth is. And the need is great right now. It always is.
Yeah.
It just seems like this year, and I always say that every year when we do this, it's like, oh, the need's great. It's always something, but this year it seems a little more.
Yeah.
So it does. So please, anything you can do to help us out. Drop some food off at the dealership, drops a little $5, $1, whatever it is, because really money goes so much farther than the actual cans and stuff. So you see, like, for every $1, it's crazy that is donated will feed like 3 meals. So you drop 1 can off or 5 cans or whatever, but that $1, it just seems like it does go so much farther for the food banks.
Yeah, and those food banks are able to get exactly what they need.
Yes,
so,
that's right.
if there is something that say, oh, we got a whole bunch of can of green beans, but we're really looking for this, then they can use that money to go make sure that everything's at an even level.
I'll tell you what, stovetop.
Yep.
What time you having stovetop? I'm coming over
exactly.
to your
I know. I'd have that all year long.
We don't have no stovetop. We got to go buy some stuffing.
Yeah.
Things go.
For sure. All right, Shannon. Well, thank you for being on the podcast today, telling us all about this food drive y'all got coming out.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. And of course, if you need any more info, you can talk to Shannon over at Red River Ford. Give him a call. Ask for the mustache.
Ask for the mustache.
And they will send you your phone call over to him. And thank you so much for watching the Buzz Around Texoma video podcast. A reminder to you that we would love for you to like this video. We would also love for you to share this video as well on YouTube and Facebook. And you know what? Send it to your Uncle Edna, because she would love to be able to watch this video. She wants to see the mustache too. So anyways, all right, have a great one. And we'll see you next week at noon on a Tuesday. Buzz Around Texoma.
Thank you.